talk to me about how, at this point in your life, you go out and speak to folks in risk management about your life story.
Yes. So for quite a few years now, ever since my sons were born, they were born in 2004, I've done professional speaking full time. Before that, I would take days off from work to share my story of I was in a plane crash that I survived, and it was a result of human error. And so I walk my audiences through what caused the plane crash, but then I try to tie that back to whatever industry they're in. You know, you don't have to be in aviation to commit these same mistakes that these pilots committed in the cockpit of the flight that I was in that went down, and it ended up killing not only the pilots, but 158 other people besides just their lives. So 160 people total lost their lives just because of a series of mistakes and oversights and little shortcuts that they were taking in that cockpit. And so it's a very powerful reminder is that we can be the best trained people. We can have the most resources available for us to make good, safe decisions on a daily basis. But knowing about safety, knowing about risk management, and then actually putting those best practices into action every day, there's a huge gap on any given day where knowing about it and actually putting it into action sometimes just doesn't match up. And so that's what's bringing me much joy, is sharing this, that it's not just a senseless tragedy, but if people can actually learn from it, then maybe those 160 lives are out there being angels, saving so many other lives, because it highlights of how we can all be guilty of making those same mistakes.
Have you ever been approached, or has anyone from the airline industry maybe been sitting in one of your presentations and come up to you after and said, hey, thank you for doing this?
Yes, I've had many different client organizations where it's just a vast array of different industries that are in the audience all at the same time. And I've had many pilots, many people who are in charge of the emergency response teams for different airlines who've come up to me afterwards and who have told me, we did a case study on the plane crash that you survived. Like, it's kind of 101 of everything that could go wrong did go wrong. And it's heartening for me to know that so many people have studied the plane crash, have learned from it, and hopefully a lot of improvements have been made because of it.
Is it ever surreal for you that you are here, you're standing here today, there were only 2 other people who survived? Do you ever wake up some days and think, thank you, Lord, that I'm here?
There's no medical reason why any of us 4 survivors are alive. The fact that we're here, the fact that I'm able to walk and talk, and I have sight, and it's very sobering to know that one minute you're here, you're enjoying life, you're loving your loved ones, and the next day isn't necessarily promised. And so it definitely has made a huge difference in my life. I'm the first person to say I love you. I'm the first person to give people hugs when they come over and things like that, because I don't want anybody ever to take for granted how much they mean to me and how much they mean to the world.
You told a very sweet story to the audience today about how at the beginning of the flight, you were spending quality time with your mom and she was trying to be a matchmaker, and then you decided to go and sit with your dad and you fell asleep on his shoulder. Do you ever think about those moments and think, thank you for allowing me to be able to be with both?
Yes, it definitely goes through my mind a lot, because during those final moments when the plane was just about to crash, never did I think, oh my gosh, we're going to crash. I just thought, okay, they need to fix this. This is horrible. This is scary. But never did I think, oh my gosh, we're going to die. So in those final moments, I felt like I was emotionally with both my mother and my father, because I was listening to my mother pray in the row in front of me. But then in those final 15 to 20 seconds, I took my father's hand and we were both holding onto each other's hand very tightly. And so just feeling his strength and his comfort through his hand, and then hearing my mother at the same time, it was the most beautiful way to have those final moments with them. And I never would want to wish that upon anybody, but it was just love all around between all 3 of us during those final moments.
May your parents rest in peace. I think that all of us can resonate with, your openness, the heart, and how you tell your story. Talk to me about how important resiliency is in the messaging.
I think something that really drove me was just how I was raised. My parents never allowed me to make excuses, throw pity parties for myself. I remember looking at myself in the mirror in this wheelchair, and I was angry. I was filled with a lot of anger and just a lot of darkness. But it was almost like my mom spiritually visited me, because I remember thinking that she would say, "Why do you feel sorry for yourself? You're alive. Look at all the other people who are on that plane who aren't alive. At least you have a life in front of you." It really forced me to grow up and realize that, hey, at least I'm here. So do I want to be a bitter, angry person because of it and basically waste that second chance at life that I was given? Or do I want to be a source of light and joy and happiness? Not just for myself, selfishly, I want to be happy, but to bring joy to those around me. I thought, how can I just sit here now and just feel sorry for myself and be a source of darkness where I should be celebrating the life that I still have?
Thank you so much for your interview. You are such a delight to meet, and we are so blessed to have you here in McAllen, Texas. Appreciate it. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you
so much.